Hello guys and gals, and welcome to Gaming with Murel. Today we are playing The Escapists, recently released by Moldy Tooth Studios and Team 17 Digital. You may remember Team 17 is the people that made Worms. So this right here should be fun. As you can tell right off the bat, nice indie-style retro graphics, the kind that's been kind of sweeping the indie scene by storm. Cheap to produce, overall, pretty cool. So we're going to start a new game, and we're going to overwrite my old game. Let's pick a fella. Is that all we can pick from? Let's go with Old Timer. No. Bald Eagle. And we're going to call ourselves Murel. So let's get going. As it stands right now, first peak correctional only game or only map available. For those of you that aren't familiar with the game concept itself, it's kind of a twist on the traditional prison sim. You're a prisoner and you're trying to escape. So welcome to First Peak Correctional, is a brand new state-of-the-art facility designed for your discomfort in mind. Warden's a prick, but let's go. Early alpha. At the time of recording, this was only out for 2 days, 3 days? Like, this has been out less than a week. The tutorials, in-game tutorials themselves aren't great yet. You don't get a whole lot of guidance. It's kind of a figure it out yourself. So, first thing we're doing here, morning roll call. If you don't show up, the guards will get mad to you. There's a routine, things you have to follow to avoid the guards' attention. So that's what we're going to try and do the first few days while we kind of settle in. Oh, and our first day, our cell's going to be searched. That doesn't really bother me. Nothing in there just yet. And quite a lot to cover here, so I'm going to keep going pretty quickly. Green exclamation marks are favors. They're essentially quests. Plan to teach someone a lesson during dinner. We'll pick that up nice and easy. Tub of talcum powder? No, because I'm going to want to keep all the talcum powder we have. So, first things first, we'll get breakfast. This is didn't pick up a tray. This is one of the more expendable times of the day. You can kind of sneak off. All this is going to do is lower your stamina, the yellow number, fatigue. It'll give you stamina, and it will increase health as well. You can see there's a couple guys with satchels over their heads. They're willing to sell us stuff. We don't have enough money. Baton. Half-decent weapon, mid-range. Some rope. Doesn't interest me. What does Logan have? Lighter. I'm going to take that timber, actually. That's a forbidden item, by the way. Anything with a red name is forbidden. You're not supposed to have them. Sleeping pills file, guard outfit, anything green you can carry around and be caught with. And I'm actually going to slip away. Breakfast is almost done anyway. And I don't remember which desk is mine. Technically, right now I'm supposed to be going to do laundry work. I hate doing laundry. It doesn't pay well. It's complicated. It's stupid. So, okay. So this is our cell here. These are the things we have. And we're just going to drop off our timber and go back about our business. Again, I'm just going to kind of ignore the laundry work. If you don't fill your quota, you get fired, but that's fine. I don't want it. We're going to actually run off to the library and increase our intelligence. And we're doing this because to craft items, you need specific amounts of intelligence. As well, the better jobs require higher intelligence. Our goal is to get into the metalworking shop. It pays out really well. Otherwise, we're going to be making $14 for beating up a guard. And then they're going to take $6 of it and any weapons you have. And it's at that point, why bother? But we're only going to play by the rules for a little while because remember, we're trying to escape. Honestly, I don't really have a plan right now. When I was playing it earlier, the file we just overwrote, I kind of had some tunnel systems. I had checked out a couple of the hidden areas, but I don't have anything amazing. So we're going to check out our profile here with the P button, 28 speed, 28 strength, 50 intellect. We're going to keep getting this intellect up. Pretty much just going to stay in here until probably lunchtime. Intellect, I find, depletes the quickest, but it's also the easiest to get up. All your stats over time are going to deplete, strength and speed especially, and that's going to affect your health. So we're also going to want to focus on speed, but we do have an exercise period coming up, so I'm not going to go out of my way to work out just yet. Next couple days are going to be about grinding our stats, getting some items that will help our escape, and then kind of, oh, see, we just got fired. So, and then just kind of figure out the best way to go about this. The thing with crafting is you can find crafting notes, and that'll give you recipes throughout the prison. You can buy them off prisoners, steal them from prisoners. You may even find them when you're beating up prisoners. Oh, and my fatigue's full, so we can't read anymore. Easiest way to get fatigue up is either eat. I don't think, oh, midday roll call, that almost ended very badly. If you don't show up for roll call, you kind of get the crap kicked out of you. What we're going to do is we're going to complete a lot of these favors to increase people's opinion of us, which will give them, or I guess will give us more people to buy off of. Not going to beat up a guard just yet. Also, me out of my group for beating. I'm not going to accept any of that either. Since there's no food, we're actually going to do shower. That's going to lower our fatigue as well. There's also a mandatory shower period later, but I mean, you know, why wait? It's not like we're going to be able to do anything just yet. What we're going to want to do is get our hands on a couple weapons, or even just the stuff to make weapons. And now that my fatigue's down, I'm actually going to start raiding other prisoners. This is going to make them like me less, but honestly, I don't intend to be around here long enough to that actually be a problem. Right off the bat, perfect. I'm going to take his comb, as well as his toilet paper and toothpaste. Those are all kind of innocent things that we're going to use for our nefarious purposes. Nothing worth stealing there. We're going to want to stock up on super glue. Super glue is going to be super important. Crafting note. Oh, bugger. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're actually just going to hop right into this. We're going to make a sock mace. That's exactly what it sounds like. And we're going to equip this. Now, it's important to equip things like all the time. If this was in my inventory and I went through one of the metal detectors, they would find it and I would get in deep trouble. They'd confiscate it and any other illegal items I have. I'd get the crap kicked out of me, that sort of thing. So you have to be careful with what you walk around with. But if it's equipped, for some reason, oh, we're going to take that wire, that could be useful too. But for some reason, if it's equipped, you go through the metal detector, it doesn't get set off. So, let's read these crafting notes. A contraband pouch. I've never seen that one before. Nice, easy recipe too. So, if we can get our hands on some foil, that'd be something we look into. Plastic entrance key. That is a way we could do it, but I need a cell key. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What is this? Midday dinner, okay. I'm going to finish searching here. My fatigue's at 0. No point really going back and resting just for a waste of time. But we'll search all the cells. We're going to... I don't need the lighter. Actually, I'll take... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Crafting. We're going to make another weapon. And it's a comb blade. And what we're going to do, we're actually... Oops. Sorry, officer. He's mad I'm not at dinner. And they do that if you're not in, I guess, one thought at a time. If you're not where you're supposed to be, guards will get mad at you. And if you look up here, this is your guard heat. I'm just going to call it heat because that's kind of a mouthful. It's essentially your notoriety. At 100%, they're mad at you. 39%, they're not impressed because I should be at dinner and he saw me skulking about and stealing from cells. So here we're going to look. A sock mace is a 3 out of 5 weapon. Not great. Comb blades, actually 2 out of 5, which is even worse. So we're actually, oh, that's not even my desk. I was going to say we're just going to throw this here in our desk. Walter's desk. I'm going to keep searching. Nothing amazing, so we're going to head over to exercise time. I'm getting quite a lot of heat. Guards are kind of on the lookout, and honestly, we need to get our strength up anyway, so no point skipping this. A little bit of a quick time event. We're just going to alternate Q and E to do reps. This is also the little quick game you do on the treadmill. But the trick with the treadmill is you're trying to fill it and keep it as high as possible to increase your speed, because you get speed based on your distance, where with the free weights, I guess, it's done by your reps. And we're going to go back and shower. And then, when we get back to our cells, we're going to do a bit more crafting and probably go to bed and start a new day. When you save, or when you go to sleep at night, it saves for you. So if you're ever in a bind, you can just hit load and it'll take you back to the start of the first day. I'm going to avoid doing that as much as humanly possible, just because I feel it's kind of cheap. It doesn't destroy the game, you know, if you get all your bad stuff confiscated, you have to start from scratch. It doesn't ruin the game, but it's a bit of a piss-off. Right now, it's evening free time. I guess I'm going to raid a few more cells. Did I already raid Isaiah? I'm having a hard time remembering who I've stolen from. And obviously, people aren't going to like you when you steal their shit. But, tough cookies. Oh, and I already checked Walter. I do remember that. And actually, while I'm thinking about this, nothing there I need. We are going to steal some people's bed clothes, just for a bit of privacy in our cell. It also makes your cell much easier to pick out. This should be ours. Yeah, it doesn't appear to make a difference. I guess this is always going to be your cell, which is kind of disappointing, because this isn't the best location to make an escape from. I mean, it'll work, but up here there's a crafting sheet, so it's like, if this was my cell, I'd be so much happier. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the best way to go about this, and we're actually going to take our own bed sheets. I'm not a monster. You know, I don't want everyone to hate me. And all we're doing is we're selecting the bedsheet item. Keys 1 through 6 actually correspond with a hotkey. Cursor turns purple, use it on the bars. So this is our private little home. And I guess we're going to wait still until the end of the night. What we're probably going to have to do, I hate to do this, we're going to need to get a job. We're going to get the metal shop, easiest, best paying. So we'll go through that tomorrow. I'll show you guys how to do kind of the jobbies. And I guess we'll just start trying to escape. I'm just trying to kind of think of a plan. First things first, we're going to need a crowbar or something to get through here. We're going to need toilet paper. We just need to stock up on all of the basics, really. I need another piece of timber, which I'll have to buy. An evening roll call. So one thing I meant to point out, you see this little yellow arrow here? That points to where you're supposed to be. It's actually really useful, especially when you're first getting to learn the lay of the land. Nice thing is, I think either the the alpha update release, or the next one coming up, they're actually going to be adding a level editor where people can make their own prisons. And as well, in future updates, we're going to be obviously getting more prisons, different levels. So, something to keep an eye on. It is early alpha, like I said before. It's only been out for, depending on when you watch this, it could be less than 4 days. So, we're going to be looking at all sorts of new items and all sorts of things being added. And hopefully here, depending on how well this is received by you guys, future updates, I may do newer series for anything, major updates. We don't have anything really we can make right now. We actually have 75%, 66%, I guess, of the recipe for one of the best weapons that I've found so far. It's a 5 out of 5 weapon. And this is the ventilation system. As you can see here, it's a map overlaid. You see this by standing on a desk. In theory, we could get into this vent and crawl all over the place. Don't have any of the stuff for that yet, so we're just going to go to bed. And I accidentally picked up my pillow. We'll have to drop that in the morning. And going forward here, I'm going to cut it up into days. So thanks for watching. If you liked it, subscribe, like the video, keep watching. I'm going to be putting so many of these out over the next week. I love this game, and I want to share it. But thanks again for watching. This is the only time you're going to hear me plug this at the end. We're just going to keep going through. But again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in day 2.